I'm low key like the mo jig 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 jig. I'm low key like the mo jig jig jig. I'm low key like the mo jig jig jig. I'm low key like the mo jig jig jig. I'm low key like the mo jig jig jig. How will I sit up in the nosebleeds? How will I stop until they know me? I want you all to listen closely before I motherfucking proceed. Yeah, we don't run it on the road team, and they're complacent with their low needs. Don't ever stop, just keep on going. You keep on working, keep on growing. Yeah. I've never felt so alive. Keep working until I die. I know what I want in life, and I'm gonna fight. I've never felt so alive. Keep working until I die. I know what I want in life, I'm gonna fight, yeah.
Hi, hello, what's up, and how are you doing? And welcome back to another episode of Unfinished Business, where the rules are made up and we don't make good enough points for it to matter. As always, I'm Braden. Gregory here without a hat to my right.
Yep, no hat tonight.
No hat tonight. We got no Chandler tonight as well. So,
I mean,
no NASCAR segment, so
Yeah.
sorry for you guys that are tuning in just for the NASCAR. Won't be happening tonight.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah. It's better that it's not happening than if we tried to do it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want us doing that.
Yeah.
No offense.
And they made another left turn. You know?
Yeah, because last week I think it was left turns.
Yeah. You know?
I mean, honestly, I don't really know, but
Me either.
but I guess
Sorry,
we should get into what we're talking about tonight,
Yeah.
because you did your little spiel.
I did.
So tonight actually, more like this morning, since it's Sunday at, almost 2 a.m. after we got this whole freaking internet thing figured out. We are going to talk about the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, and
The U.S. Open.
the U.S. Open,
Mhm.
and the fact that, one of us was correct on a couple of his picks.
Well,
No offense. But before that, shout out to my cousin, got married. Kind of the reason why we were going a little... What the hell? Our snack provider and an extra person over here is throwing stuff at us, so...
it's all right. It was things I needed.
Things are going well, but hey, snack provider got us
the gummy
gummy bears. But like I was saying, congrats to my cousin getting married, him and Olivia. Hope you guys have plenty of good years together.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. The wedding was great. Reception was fun.
That's all I can ask for.
May be slightly buzzed, but that's okay. We're good.
Yeah.
Like always, we are going to turn it over to Braden to get a word from the sponsor.
As always, this episode of Unfinished Business is brought to you by Crafts and Creations by Kane, your one-stop shop for personalized items that will both amaze you and have your friends and family asking where you got it from. Click the link in the description to be taken to the business Facebook page, or simply search Crafts and Creations by Kane on Facebook. Make sure to join the group and look at her prior creations, or you could look at a couple different things. You could look at the decal right here. You can look at the shirt right here, or you could look at the koozie right here. All three great things. Keeps the drink cold, keeps me dry, I guess.
Looking fresh.
Exactly. And then that just adds everything. So, yeah.
I just realized?
Huh.
We're on episode 14.
Yeah.
We have still not fixed this freaking U behind us.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be okay. A lot of people may not have noticed it.
I mean,
Now that you've said it, they will.
hey, you
But
want to know what?
It's okay.
It's fine. It adds character
It does.
to the business.
But yeah. So once you check out those things, when you find something that you like, message the group creator with your request, and she will take it from there. Join the group today, and as always, get your creations by Kane. All right.
All right. How do you want to start this tonight? I kind of forgot what I said first.
Let's just go to the U.S. Open. We can go ahead and just get that out of the way.
Oh, U.S. Open.
Uh-huh.
And the U.S. Open, let me get over here. So the winner of the U.S. Open was, who predicted this, Braden?
Me?
Don't think so. Was Greg's pick of Jon Rahm. Takes the title at a -6 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots a -4 in the last round.
Yeah, shot a +1 in the third round. Ends up shooting a 4 under in the last round to win.
And honestly, the last round, it kind of seemed like a lot of players just struggled.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was the wind. A lot of it was maybe Sunday at a major. I don't know. But Jon Rahm hits a huge putt on, I believe, 18 to take the one-stroke lead into the clubhouse over Louis Oosthuizen. Yes, that last name. And Louis cannot convert really any of his birdie putts.
Yeah.
Really just struggled to do much that last round. I mean, had plenty of opportunities, and I mean, same as Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm could have went -8, -9.
Yeah.
Missed several birdie opportunities that should have made. Another guy that I thought kind of fell off in the last round was Rory.
Yeah.
He still had a decent round, still put himself back into contention after not really doing well the first round at all. Another guy who was in the hunt and had an epic collapse. I forgot what hole it was, but it was Bryson.
Yeah.
I think he shot like a triple bogey on. It was in the back 9. I cannot remember.
I
what
mean,
hole
he
it was.
shot +6 just on the final round. So.
Yeah. Well, he shot +3 on that one hole.
Yeah. It would have been on.
And I cannot think
he
of
had,
what.
He had a. Let's see here. He had a double bogey on 13.
Maybe it was just double bogey then,
Well,
because.
Well, let me here. I'll tell you. So he goes 2 under on the front 9, and then on the back 9 he bogeys 11. He bogeys 12 to shoot even for the round, and then on 13 he gets a 7, which is a double bogey, and then on 17 he gets an 8, which is a quadruple bogey. So
That's the one I'm thinking of, I think. Well, no, I'm thinking the double bogey, but then after that hole, his whole demeanor just changed, and he did not. He literally just gave up.
Yeah,
Like, he did not care at all anymore.
he knew he was out of it.
Yeah, which, I mean, at that point in time, I guess if you know you're going to lose, you're probably just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, depending on where you place, that. Sorry. Definitely should not be talking with gummy bear in my mouth.
Why not?
But at that point in time, it's like, why? What? You're just gonna keep on laughing at me, so fuck you. Like, why not try to get more money? Is what I was trying to say. Before I,
Yeah, I'd agree
swallowed
with
a
that.
gummy bear as I was talking.
I would agree with that, but I mean, yeah. So here, we'll just go ahead and round out the rest of the top 5. So as you
Yeah,
said,
it's fine.
Jon Rahm shooting -6 gets the W. Louis Oosthuizen,
Glad you said the last name. I can't.
Oosthuizen shooting a -5 at in second place. Harris English shooting -3 at third place, and there was a 3-way tie for fourth place, which was Guido Migliozzi, which is another one you would want to be able to pronounce. Brooks Koepka and Colin Morikawa, who all finished at 2 under.
Yep. Yep.
So, just going over a couple of our player picks. So obviously your player picks, you had John Rahm, Louis Oosthuizen, and Brooks Koepka all finished in the top 5.
Yep.
And then Chandler, his pick was also Brooks Koepka.
Which, yeah,
4.
I mean...
and then my players, I had...
And, okay, before you say your players, I mean, we should also point out, like, off camera, Braden did say if I would not have picked John Rahm, he was going to have him as one of his players.
Yeah.
But
I
he
just
wanted to
didn't
have
want
somebody
pick the
different.
same people.
So I mean, I do want to give Braden credit that he did have John Rahm as one of his guys, but he wanted to pick people different than who
I will
had,
say
so.
Though that I did predict Rory to come out and play well, and he did come out and play well in the on that third round. He got up to -3, I believe.
Yeah.
And then ended up shooting a +2 on the final round,
Yeah,
going down to -1. So he finished at 7th.
If I'm mistaken, he was in 3rd going into the last round.
Yeah.
So
he was. So he had a really good third day, really good day 3, and then kind of fell off on the 4th day. So he finished at tied in 7th at -1, and then my pick from the beginning, Matt Wolff, who really struggled after his first 2 rounds. He shot +1 and +3. So
his last round
+1.
especially, he struggled hard.
So he finished +1, tied for 15th. And then Jordan Spieth finishing at +2, Justin Thomas finishing at +2, Bryson finishing at +3. So Jordan and Justin were both at 19th, and Bryson was at 26th.
Yep.
So, and you can say we did get something right as well. Mackenzie Hughes, who was at the top of the leaderboard going into the 3rd day.
The weekend, I think.
Yeah, going into the weekend, he was tied for 1st, tied for 2nd, or he was in the top 3. He was in the top 3.
Yeah, he was up there.
He ends up coming out on day 4 and shooting a +6, which dropped him back to 15th place.
Yeah. We do want to give another shout out. You talked about him last time. That Westmoreland makes the cut, goes to the weekend, and ends +14. So
really?
I mean, he definitely didn't play well on the weekend, but
yeah, he shot 5 plus. Hey, he did better on the weekend than let's see, old Ian Poulter. Ian Poulter shot +6 on the last day. Shane Lowry shot +8. So he did play better than some professionals.
Yeah.
He didn't get last.
Well, I mean, he made the cut. He did
well,
better.
Last out of the people that made the cut.
He did better than Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson? No, Dustin Johnson
Not
finished.
Dustin Johnson.
Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong Johnson.
Yeah. But
you know.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out to him for making the cut again. First U.S. Air Force veteran to make a cut at a major tournament. So props to you. Unfortunately didn't shoot having a round under par.
Hey, still had a good payday.
I mean, first 2 days he did shoot only +2, so good for him. I mean, he did blow up on Saturday and Sunday. He shot +7 and +5.
Like we said, John Rahm becomes, I want to say,
first Spaniard.
What?
First Spaniard
to win the U.S. Open?
Yeah.
But it's like the 3rd or 4th to win like a major, right?
Something like that.
Something like it was one of those. I know it was the first Spaniard to win the U.S. Open. I just couldn't remember how many have won a major now.
Yeah.
It's not very many, so definitely credit to him. And you know, what I was happy about was he finally did not let his frustration overtake him to fall apart in that last round, because he had plenty of chances to let his anger kind of get the best of him again and fall apart. The other thing that I did not realize, honestly, was this was the first tournament since he was leading. I forgot what tournament it was that he was leading, but where he had to basically withdraw because he tested positive for COVID in the middle of the round.
Yeah.
where they had the test before the round. He's on hole
Whatever.
10, I think, 10 or 11, and gets told, hey, you tested positive, you have to stop playing. And he was up by like 7 strokes at that point in time. So,
I mean, all I could say
definitely
is
a good story.
he definitely finished the tournament the right way. Birdied the last 2 holes to win the tournament.
Yep.
So,
Goes into the clubhouse with his wife and his kid, and
yeah,
comes back out as a champion, you know?
comes out U.S. Open champion.
And never mind. All right, so we're going to go ahead and...
You do this day in sports history?
yeah.
All right. So, on this day in sports history, June 26th.
Yeah, we're going to go from June 26th. That's when we were originally going to do the podcast. And, yeah, like we said, technical issues kind of forced us not to go live tonight.
So, on this day in sports history, on June 26th, 1924, Walter Hagen wins his second Open Championship over in the UK.
Was that at any course that I would know?
No.
Okay.
Good
to know.
So then, we're going to fast forward a couple of years.
A couple. Okay, so
Yeah.
1920.
53 to be exact.
That's more than a couple. A couple is 2.
1977.
Oh, okay.
Willie McCovey hits 2 home runs in 1 inning for the second time in his career.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question on this.
Okay. I probably won't have an answer.
I know you won't. But to hit 2 home runs in the same inning,
Yeah.
either A, the other team sucks, the other pitcher sucks, or your team's just really that good. Because, let's face it, I mean...
Well, it would have been the 77 Giants, so probably pretty good.
Probably pretty good.
Yeah.
That and they didn't... They only pitched like 60 back then, so...
That's true. So then, fast forward another couple of years, 11 to be exact, to 1988.
Okay.
Mike Tyson
Ooh, let's go.
knocks out Michael Spink in 91 seconds. You want to take a guess how much money he made in 91 seconds?
What year is this? 88?
1988.
So, obviously, money value was different back then.
Okay.
I'm going to say he made $300,000.
You were so close. So close.
Probably not. Probably
67 million.
Holy shit.
$67 million in 91 seconds for winning a fight.
Can I make, like, just a fourth of that in
A year?
an hour?
Shoot, I'd take a fourth of that in a year.
I mean, that too.
Yeah. So then we're going to fast forward to another couple years. I'm not doing the math on this one because I'm going to get it wrong.
Okay, can I say one thing before you do this?
Yeah.
$67 million, and he still cannot get rid of that list.
Yeah. Let me try.
Mike, if you ever do watch this, I apologize.
Yeah, don't knock me out, please. That's all I ask. Or bite my ear.
Don't send your tiger after me.
Yeah, please. I've seen what they can do. I don't want to. No. 1988. Couple years. Fast forward another couple years.
I'm still confused.
I'm going
by
to
your
try
tiger
and do the
comment,
math
but-
here. It'd be 25 years, I believe.
To what year are we going to?
2013.
Oh, okay.
Right? 88, 12, and then 13.
Braden, it is
25.
way too early in the morning for me to figure this shit out.
Well, I'm trying
Or
to
late in the
I'm
day,
trying to
whatever
get
you
better
wanna
at
say.
math, okay?
That's fine.
Encourage me with, you know.
Okay, you're correct, Braden.
Thank you.
When I listen to this again, I'll...
2013.
Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select Anthony Bennett, first overall in the NBA draft. Do you want to know who they selected him over?
2013?
Yeah. I'll tell you. Victor Oladipo was one
Oh,
of
that's
them.
right. That's right.
CJ McCollum was another one. And do you want to know the worst of them all?
I'm trying to think of who was in the 2013 draft. That's the problem.
Oh, you know, just probably the best player in the NBA at the moment.
Giannis?
Giannis. So,
That's
yeah.
funny as hell.
Cleveland Cavalier fans, 2013. Yeah.
What's even better is
Imagine the team they would have had if LeBron was in Cleveland with Giannis.
well, here's the difference though. Let's say, well, first off, their pick turned out to be a bust.
Obviously, worst pick in
yeah.
NBA history, I'd say.
Greg Oden.
I mean, but was there really anybody in that class that's better than?
I'm just I'm just saying, like, can you really say that that's a worse pick than Greg Oden?
That was an unfortunate pick. He got injured. There's a difference. Anthony Bennett is just ass.
That's true.
Like, it's just
that's a valid argument.
That's just
I'll give you that.
Stone cold truth. Could he beat me in a 1-on-1? Absolutely. He'd destroy me.
Yeah, but I would hope so. We don't play basketball. No offense.
True.
Like,
that's true.
I would hope a guy who got selected first overall in the NBA draft could beat somebody who just plays.
You'd hope that a number 1 overall pick in the NBA would be on the starting lineup of a team, but that didn't happen.
That is also true. That is very.
But
what I was gonna say is, okay, yeah, they might have drafted. Let's even say that they draft Oladipo instead of this guy. Regardless of who they drafted, if he turned out to be a huge star, they weren't going to be able to afford a team around LeBron and.
Sure, they would. They would have because they would have him on a rookie deal whenever they brought LeBron back. Because LeBron played
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Because LeBron played in Cleveland and then went to Miami and then came back to Cleveland. Whenever he came back to Cleveland, whoever they selected in the 2013 draft would have been on a rookie deal by the time that LeBron came back.
Well, depending on. Okay, so let's just use the example, and like I know we're kind of debating a whole different topic on like this, but let's just use an example of they select Giannis. Mm-hmm. Giannis turned out to be exactly the way he is in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like my own opinion would be LeBron never comes back to Cleveland. Because truthfully, I think LeBron came back because he wanted to bring a championship to Cleveland. If they have Giannis, who is playing the MVP caliber basketball he's doing in Milwaukee right now, and Cleveland has that.
But Giannis wasn't that way his first year in the league.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, LeBron came back the next year. LeBron came back to Cleveland in 2014.
I didn't realize that. I thought he didn't come back to like 2015, 2016.
He came back in 2014 yeah.
So Giannis would have been.
Giannis would have been
hypothetically. Giannis would have been his.
He would have been in his second, or at latest, he would have been back. If LeBron was back in 2015, he would have been in his third year in the league.
Okay. So LeBron still.
He still
okay. So hypothetically, LeBron still probably would have came back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll give you that.
Just imagine that team.
I mean, hey, LeBron's still one of the only team to come back from 3-1, right? In the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So either way.
But a certain other player never got to a Game 7 in the NBA Finals, folks. So
there's a reason for that.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, that was it. Everything else was
okay.
Tennis and
yeah,
golf.
Not saying that tennis is not a good sport, just
nothing that would have been interesting to anybody other than
nobody
major
would
tennis heads.
Nobody would have known what the hell we're talking about. So
yeah.
So we will move on over to. Do you want to do NBA first? Since we just talked about LeBron?
Why not?
Okay.
Segue.
Yeah, see, look at that.
No, I mean, not only is it a fun way to get around, but it's also a good way to get into the next topic.
Oh, my God. So we are... Last time we talked about the conference semifinals, right?
Talked about the conference semis and who we thought we were going to win. And now we're going to talk about the conference finals.
Yeah.
I'll remind everybody of the predictions that we had.
I'm glad you wrote them down because I did not.
Absolutely wrote them down. I didn't go back through yesterday.
So yeah. So the first conference semifinals in NBA was the Utah Jazz, number 1 seed, taking on the LA Clippers, and LA Clippers win 4-2 in a series that I believe I had Utah. Was it 6?
You did have Utah in 6.
Okay, so I had it the other way around in 6 games. So I predicted it to be done in 6 games.
Yeah.
But once again, a team that has Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I mean, it should have. I guess I should have saw this coming. In my mind, I don't want to say the refs had a factor in that series, but it was a little bit of a factor.
Yeah.
When you kick the MVP of the league out, I mean, obviously I know it's Game 6. They're already losing in the series, but when you kick the MVP of the series out in the first quarter,
Yeah.
that's not a good look.
It is not a good
I mean, obviously, I know it was a hard foul. I know it was a frustration foul. I get that. But not a good look for the NBA. At all.
No.
But
Not at
I
all.
can't remember. Who did you have in that series?
I had Utah as well.
Okay.
I had them in 5
I think,
of them.
did Chandler have Utah? I know he was here for that.
We all had Utah.
So,
yeah.
the Utah Jazz, or not Utah Jazz, the LA Clippers will be facing the winner of the other game on that side of the bracket.
Or series.
The other series, not
Yeah.
game.
We know what you meant. I just had
The Phoenix Suns defeat the Denver Nuggets 4-0
sweep.
in a nice sweep.
That
That
sweep it is.
I did not have a sweep. I had the Suns,
You had
right?
Suns in 7.
Yeah.
Chandler also had the Suns in 7. I was a little bit more right and had the Suns in 6.
Well, I mean, here's
It was a
my
little
thing.
closer.
I thought it would at least be a series. Denver just kind of shit the bed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not really much we can say about that series other than the fact that Chris Paul, Devin
Yeah.
Booker, DeAndre Ayton
They did their thing.
dominated.
They did their thing.
So
Yeah.
as of right now in the conference finals for the Western Conference, it's obviously Phoenix and LA. Phoenix leads that series now 3-1 after winning tonight. I'm not gonna just say that I would have picked Phoenix in 5 games. I personally would have had Phoenix in 7, but now knowing that it is 3-1 going back
To Phoenix.
to Phoenix, I'm saying Phoenix in 5.
Yeah. I mean, personally,
And before you say
Yeah.
yours, the reason why I'm saying Phoenix in 5 is unless Kawhi comes back for LA, no chance they win this series.
yeah.
Absolutely no chance.
See, I personally do think that I would have probably picked Phoenix in 5 or 6 just based on how well they played in that last series. Yes, Denver obviously did have a bad round and didn't play the best basketball, but I mean, like you said, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, I mean, they did their thing, and
Well, and
plus, I don't know if anybody really tends to notice, but I tend to pick like Game 5s and Game 6s
Yeah.
anyway. So
well, the reason why I would have probably picked 7 is I would have hoped that Kawhi could come back for LA
yeah,
from his knee injury, and I knew that Chris Paul was still quarantined for
Yeah.
COVID. So I was like, oh, it'll probably be at least a decent series.
yeah.
But with Kawhi not being able to come back, and even if he does play, I can't remember if he played tonight or not. I did not look that up. But Chris Paul's back.
It's over.
This series is over.
Probably.
And Phoenix looks very
Good.
very tough. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Phoenix
Um,
5 as well.
yeah, I'm saying Phoenix in 5. Chandler,
I'm sure he's gonna say Phoenix in 5 as well.
he'll probably say Phoenix in 5 or 6 is my guess. So
Chandler, we know you're gonna watch it. Put it in the comments.
yeah, just put it in the comments. Just let people know what you want to say. So.
Yeah.
But on the eastern side of the bracket, the number 1 seed Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm pretty sure I had Philly.
You had
In
Philly in 5.
Yeah. And
Chandler had Philly in 6.
Atlanta wins this series 4-3 in a game 7, where
And-
Ben Simmons it doesn't know how to shoot the ball. So
And Braden had the series Atlanta in 7. So thank you.
attaboy.
Oh, yeah.
Trae Young going off for his team.
However, I'm not going to take all the credit because I did say that the key of that series and of Atlanta winning that series was Clint Capella locking down Joel Embiid. Yeah. Joel Embiid averaged 30 points in the series.
Well,
Ben Simmons averaged 10.
yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Is the reason why Philly lost that series is honestly because Ben Simmons spent too much time trying to pass the ball rather than scoring.
Yeah.
And I have actually heard numerous rumors now that the 76ers may be done with Ben Simmons in...
Send him to Chicago.
Do you really want a guy who doesn't shoot the ball?
He can give it to Zach LaVine.
I mean,
LaVine doesn't pass the ball anyway.
here's the problem. There's multiple videos in this series where Ben Simmons passes up a wide open layup. The Bulls need people who can score the ball, not just pass.
They got Zach LaVine.
I mean, that's true. They also have Zach
They got
LaVine.
Vucevic.
That's true.
And the marksman.
Hey, we talked about this before the podcast started. They may get Io.
See? Telling you. Give me Ben Simmons.
Hey, Io might be the next D Rose. Stay in Chicago, grow up there, and there you go.
I'd love to see it.
I mean, that's kind of wishful thinking. I mean,
Yeah.
D Rose was D Rose. So.
Trae Young decided to have a series,
Oh yeah.
averaging 29 points, averaging 10 assists.
I'm pretty sure that Game 7 he had 40,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
He,
Or maybe that was Game 1 of the next series. I don't know.
he
but,
also, I mean, he averaged about 3 rebounds a game.
I mean,
but-
for a guy that short, that's pretty decent.
I mean, kind of a weird, an odd kind of statistic. He was only 32% from 3-point range.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't locking it down from 3, but obviously could still score the basketball. So
But-
yeah,
But Atlanta moves on to the conference
do.
finals, and they will be taking on the winner of the Milwaukee-Brooklyn series that I know I got wrong. I know I picked Brooklyn in this.
Yes.
I probably had Brooklyn 6.
You
maybe
had
7.
Brooklyn in 7. Chandler also had Brooklyn in 7. I had Milwaukee, but I had him in 6, not 7.
Okay, well,
So I was still right.
here's my thing with this series. If Kyrie's playing, truthfully, I think Brooklyn wins that Game 7.
well, he wasn't.
And I understand that. Kevin Durant did as much as he possibly could, and if it wasn't for his big freaking shoe, to be honest, they would have moved on.
Probably.
Because the dumbest shot in basketball, Kevin Durant took it to send the game to overtime.
Long 2.
A very long two.
Yeah.
Like inches from
Yeah.
being a 3. And
If he doesn't wear a size too big of a shoe on purpose,
yep. That's game. And
Yeah.
and he actually said after the game that he thought that he had won the game. And that's the reason why he reacted with like the disgusted face, is because he thought he won and didn't realize that his foot was on the line and it's only a 2.
well, wear your correct shoe size, kids. You'll
But-
win games that way.
But once again, we're gonna go ahead and say this: one player cannot make a team, and
Correct.
Kevin Durant tried
He tried his best.
to do the one player beats a whole team, and Milwaukee made him pay.
He tried.
And in my mind, Milwaukee, without Kyrie playing for Brooklyn, Milwaukee was the better team.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Milwaukee was able to win that game. And they, like we said, they won in Game 7. Giannis played great. Middleton played great. I think it's PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Kind of locked down KD. To be honest, I love the jawing back and forth that they had. Like, especially like him, like PJ Tucker and KD's mom were
Yeah.
just joking around. So it was a lot of fun to watch. But Atlanta will face Milwaukee in the conference finals, and that series is tied 1-1 so far. Both games have been kind of blowouts for one team or the other. So
I mean, 130 to 86 is a pretty big blowout.
yeah, I'm going to take Milwaukee in. Okay, it's 1-1. It's going back to Atlanta.
Correct.
So I am going to take Milwaukee in 6.
Let's take Milwaukee in 6.
Yeah, I would say 5, but I think that Atlanta is going to win 1 at home. So I'm going to say Milwaukee in 6.
I'm sticking with you there. I think Milwaukee in 6 too.
And honestly, the reason why
I'd like to pick Atlanta. But
yeah, I would love to, but I think the only way for them to win games against a team like Milwaukee is Trae Young scoring 40 points.
I'd say he'd have to score 50.
Yeah, I mean that's just that it has to happen, and I don't see that.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
He's got
maybe one more game.
He's got to have 50 points and like 15 assists.
Yeah, I mean it's, and I'm not saying there's nobody else on Atlanta that can score. I'm just saying in order for that team to go places, it's Trae Young.
Yeah.
So
I did see an interesting take. I don't remember who it was, but they were saying that Trae Young doesn't have like the respect that he really deserves, and they were saying that like if Luka would have done the things that Trae Young has been doing, they like people would be talking about putting a statue outside of the Mavericks arena.
Yeah,
and like it's just not brought up in the eyes of like what Trae Young has been doing.
And I wonder if that is because of a guy like Steph Curry who's already been doing that kind of stuff, that the league is just used to it now.
Yeah.
Even though Trae Young is, I'm trying to find the word I'm looking for, like a shorter 3-point shooter, like just sharpshooter, dangerous player, but I think because of Steph Curry just having,
he's a very similar player to Steph Curry.
Yeah. Oh,
so it's not if Steph Curry isn't as good as he is and isn't what Steph Curry, is.
Yeah.
Then I think people make a bigger deal of Trae Young. I mean, look at what happened when like Jimmer came into NCAA tournament, and then whenever he came into the league, that was before Steph.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was excited, at least as a Bulls fan. I was excited when he came to Chicago.
And then it just
he never got the playing time that he deserved.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, now he's over in China, and he's a star in China,
and
he scores like 80 points a game.
And to be honest, the whole comparison to Luka, in my mind, I don't believe it's fair to Trae Young, because they're two different kind of players.
Yeah.
Yes, they both can score. Yes, they both can do what they do. Luka's bigger.
Mm.
And I don't mean it's just taller. I mean he's built like they're built way different.
Luka is a better all around player.
Yes,
because Luka's by far a better defender than Trae Young.
But if you think about that, Luka's been playing professional basketball since the age of 16.
I mean, that's true.
Overseas. Yeah. So, I mean,
you're not allowed.
I would hope that, not necessarily he's going to be better, but I would hope that he has a more all-around game than Trae Young, who, I'm going to be honest,
one-dimensional player. Two-dimensional. I would say he's a.
I would say that he's a pretty good passer too.
Well, yeah, that's right. Okay,
average
3. I would say, because he's a pretty good dribbler.
Yeah. But I mean, if it wasn't for his shooting, Trae Young's not getting drafted that high.
No.
So, in my mind, Luka's gonna get drafted top 10 no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he wasn't as big as what he was coming out at the age that he came out, he's still getting drafted top 10 because of his all around game. But
and his experience.
But Trae Young, he only got drafted because of his shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say probably his ball handling and stuff didn't hurt him at all. But
he wasn't getting drafted because of his defense.
God no.
But yeah, so I think we're both saying NBA Finals of Phoenix and Milwaukee.
And I would love to watch that. And to be honest, that I think
DeAndre Ayton against Giannis. Oh, that'd be a fun matchup.
That's gonna be fun. I hope it happens. 'Cause I may even start watching that, like the NBA a little bit more.
Devin Booker
I think we've
Trae
talked.
Young.
Yeah, I think we've talked. I mean, I watch
or Chris Paul against Trae Young.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in my mind, advantage Chris Paul.
I mean, then you've got Devin Booker against Chris Middleton. Advantage Devin Booker.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's literally a back and forth. Like, okay, Phoenix has got the better player here, but then Milwaukee's got the better player here.
That is true.
So,
I mean, it's going to be.
I mean, that's if those two teams close out their series at the end.
Okay, here's my thing. If in my mind, if Milwaukee loses to Atlanta, that's easy picking.
I
for
think
either
Phoenix
LA
rolls over Atlanta.
Either Phoenix or if LA comes back from a 3-1 deficit. Either one of the. It's 3-1 now. Remember?
No, yeah.
They won tonight.
That's true.
They just haven't updated this yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they come back from that 3-1 deficit and Atlanta's in the finals, I don't want to say it's going to be very ugly game, but it's going to be a very ugly game.
Yeah, probably.
So that's just my 2 cents. But
I'm looking forward to this series.
Did we want to just go ahead and talk about NHL so we do our top 5 last?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to move on over to the NHL playoffs. And
The playoffs.
We are in the conference finals now, right?
We are in the, well,
I can't remember what we
the
talked about
conference
last
finals
time.
just finished.
Well, yeah, but we talked about who
We
thought was
talked
going to
about
win.
the conference finals, yes.
So I'm almost positive that I did not have Montreal.
I am positive that you did.
Did I really? They have them at 7?
You did.
Holy shit! I actually had them. I actually had Montreal winning.
Got Vegas in 6.
You want to know what? I think the reason why I said Montreal
Carey
was because of Carey Price. I just didn't want to see Alex Pietrangelo in a Stanley Cup final again. I don't think it had anything to do with the fact I actually thought they would win.
Yeah.
And here's my thing: they did not just beat Vegas.
Yeah.
They actually, in my mind, dominated Vegas.
Carey Price.
Definitely Carey Price,
Cole Caulfield.
and I think
Nick Suzuki.
well, Cole Caulfield for sure. That kid's gonna be a stud for numerous years in the league. The only thing I think that he needs to do is maybe get a little bigger, but his speed is unreal.
You know, so obviously Nick Suzuki was drafted by the Vegas Golden Knights. 4 years to the day, he knocked him out of the out of the conference finals, the Stanley Cup playoffs.
But I mean, and a lot of people have talked about that. The reason why he's no longer on Vegas though is because they traded for Max Pacioretty.
I mean, yeah.
So
Obviously, a good trade there.
yeah, so it's
You're
like
trading a young player for a
speaking of Vegas, I'm wearing this just to represent the fact that they lost. Just so you guys know. Yeah, good times. But the one thing that I, as a Blues fan, I'm happy for him, but also just
Jake Allen?
no.
Oh.
Joel Edmondson.
Oh, yeah.
He is earning top pairing minutes in Montreal right now and playing arguably the best hockey of his career. That I wish he would have played in St. Louis because
Who would have thought that out of the former Blues, Joel Edmondson and Jake Allen would have won that matchup?
yeah, I mean, well, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this.
Joel Edmondson won that matchup.
Joel Edmondson won that matchup because Jake Allen has not played a single minute.
He could be doing what he did for St. Louis and is acting and learning the goaltender's tendencies
Okay,
and letting the offense.
I'm
shoot on him.
gonna go ahead and say this. I don't think you can learn Flower and Leonard's tendencies.
That's true.
No offense,
Maybe a combination of the two.
but well, and that's
if you
what
could learn the combination of them
That's
too,
true.
you're an unstoppable goalie. That's all I can say.
well, but that's what I was also gonna get into is
Or unscorable on.
yeah.
You're not unstoppable.
I
You're
think
unstoppable.
the reason why
Should be good.
another reason why Montreal won the series is they got so far into Vegas's head that Vegas had no idea who to start in net,
Yeah.
and I think that played a huge role in mindset of Vegas, you know, thinking, oh shit, like we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And B, just Montreal has hit their stride at the right time.
Yeah.
in my mind, the hottest team in hockey.
Oh,
Easily. I mean, obviously, they're in the Stanley Cup final, but people were talking, the North Division was the worst division in hockey this year.
Yeah.
Okay?
Obviously not.
The North Division has a team in the Stanley Cup finals. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were thinking that's going to be Toronto. And
Sure isn't.
it was not Toronto. So, it was very interesting to me that Montreal did win this series. I know I called it, but like I said, it was only because I didn't want to see Alex Pietrangelo in the Stanley Cup final. I'm still salty about him signing elsewhere. Yeah. We're just gonna leave it at that. But the Montreal Canadiens are going up against the winner of the other series,
The Islanders and the Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Islanders 4-3, and once again break the hearts of Islanders fans.
So
I believe I had Tampa in 6.
you had Tampa in 6.
Yeah, how about that?
Chandler
I wanna
had
say
the Islanders in 7, and I had the Lightning in 5.
Yeah, and this is the thing. It's hard for me to say that that the better team didn't win. I mean, the Tampa Bay's loaded.
Yeah.
The better team definitely won this series. Braden Point is,
Yeah.
in my mind,
What a 9-game playoff goal streak.
yeah, and I think it's like the second highest all time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Braden, it's the name.
yeah, he has 14 goals this postseason.
It's just the name.
Yeah, that's true. It's
He
spelled,
doesn't-
spelled
it's
differently,
but
but
I mean, if he spelled it my way, it'd be 10 games.
Here's my thing. Even if they lose in the Stanley Cup Finals, in my mind, and I know that they probably won't do this because I know it always goes to the winning team. I don't know how you don't give him Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
If he still scores, let's say,
Yeah.
let's say this series, let's say it goes 7 games,
Okay.
which I'll tell you who I'm picking this series, but like when we get there, let's say it goes 6-7 games.
Yeah.
Let's say he scores 2 or 3 more goals.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Carey Price plays unreal or Cole Caulfield or somebody just goes off,
Yeah.
and then the Canadians win this series, my mind is the leading guy for Conn Smythe right now is Braden Point.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of who wins that series, even if it's Montreal, I think it still has to go to Braden Point.
If it doesn't, if Montreal, okay, if Montreal is a winning team, it goes to Carey Price.
Yes.
If
The
Lightning are the winning team, it's Braden Point.
If Montreal's the winning team, I think it goes to Carey Price only if he still allows like 1 or 2 goals a game.
Yeah.
Or he keeps his goals against down. If it starts being a shootout where it's 4-3, 5-4, and things like which I doubt it is.
Yeah, with those two goaltenders,
with those two goaltenders, it's not going to be that high.
1-0, 2-1, 2-0.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be close games.
Maybe 3-0, depending on empty net situations.
Yeah, but which doesn't go against the goalie's stats.
Well, yeah, but
it doesn't go.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I got you. But I think that's the only way that Braden Point doesn't get it is Carey Price gets it. Because I guess you could argue maybe Cole Caulfield, and the only reason I would say that is because he's technically a rookie and has been honestly
brilliant,
playing unreal for them.
Yeah.
I want to say he has at least 5 goals. I don't know if we can look. I don't know if you can click on that, but
we're gonna see.
But I want to say he has at least 5 in the postseason. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, he is playing probably, I would say, the best out of, maybe not outside of Carey Price. maybe the best in
He
Montreal.
has
personally.
4 goals.
Okay, 4.
Not 9 points in his first playoff.
Yeah. Good for him. Good for him.
But this is my thing. Unless Carey Price gets it, which right now Carey Price has a .934 save percentage with a 2.02 goals against.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky, .936 save percentage, 1.99 goals against. So
And I think I saw a stat that the game yesterday? Was it yesterday that they played? Or was it the day before?
it would have been yesterday.
So the game yesterday was like his fourth clinching game shutout in a row.
Yeah. No, I did see that.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So the last 4 times that his team was in a clinch situation, he had a shutout.
Mm-hmm. But that's
Be
my
nice.
thing is so I was just looking at the skaters for Montreal,
Uh-huh.
and there's no way that if Montreal wins, the only other person other than Braden Point that would win the Vezina is Conn Smythe, not Vezina. I was talking about goalies, and
Yeah.
I got thinking Vezina. But the only other guy that would win Conn Smythe is Carey Price.
Yeah.
Their top goal scorer has 5 goals, 14 points, which is Tyler Toffoli.
Fully, yeah.
14 points in 17 games is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but
If Montreal wins, it's going to Carey Price if he continues being on.
Because if you really look at Montreal's team, they're just top to bottom. I mean, that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, a lot of it is their fourth line.
Yeah.
I mean, their fourth line has been playing tremendous hockey, which obviously we've talked about before with the Blues and with other teams. Fourth line is the reason teams make it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, you gotta have a deep team. You gotta have a physical team. You gotta have a united team where they're all playing for the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're obviously all playing to win the Stanley Cup, but you also need to be playing for like the correct reasons and the correct playing your roles the correct way.
Yeah.
Things along those lines.
And I will say, once again, for the 3rd straight year, chubby but effective, Pat Maroon
Yeah.
makes it to the Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah.
My pick for this series is actually tough because I do not want to pick Tampa Bay, being that they just won it last year,
Then don't do it.
and they're a loaded team, which is why I'm not doing it. I am picking Montreal in 6.
Okay.
But I will gladly say that if Tampa Bay wins, it's in all honesty, I think Tampa Bay is the more talented team and on paper the better team. But I think that if Montreal's fourth line can continue to play the way they're doing, their defense can continue to just disrupt. I mean, they just disrupted Vegas like crazy.
Yeah.
So if they can do what they did against Vegas to Tampa Bay, I see them winning a 6 again. Personally,
Yeah.
especially if Carey Price plays the way that he's been playing.
Montreal in 7.
Hey, let's go.
Give it to me. Montreal in
Both
7.
Montreal. And
I'm literally just doing it because Carey Price and Vasilevsky.
yeah.
I just think they're going to have a duel of going back and forth, having great games.
To be honest, the best part about the Canadians in the Stanley Cup Final is getting to listen to O Canada for 7 more games.
Possibly.
Okay, well, 7 more games.
Okay.
6 more games.
Yeah.
For sure 4.
For sure 4.
So, I mean,
Even
regardless.
if it is in French.
Well, it'll be in French in like when they play in Canada. But
Yeah.
when they play in Vegas, it's not gonna be in French
Well, they're not going to be playing in Vegas.
or Tampa Bay. Dude,
It's okay.
it's early. It's late. Whatever. You
It's
wanna call
early.
it.
It's late.
It's late.
It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
It's midday. Who
But-
knows?
if let me put it this way, folks. If you have not watched any part of the Stanley Cup Finals or any part of the Stanley Cup Final playoffs,
Watch it now.
watch the Stanley Cup Final. It's
gonna be good.
it's going to be a great, or should on paper be a great series with two fantastic goalies, two very
Deep and good teams.
One team on paper is a lot better than the other,
Well,
but
yeah.
how they're playing right now, both teams are fantastic.
One from a very likely place and one from a not very likely place.
Yeah, I mean,
Canada, Florida.
yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, Tampa Bay Lightning know how to alter the cap to
Yeah.
get their team. Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that. It's still kind of a sore subject.
Well, the thing is,
they're abiding by the rules.
the thing is that they are going to be. I mean, whoever wins this Stanley Cup final is gonna. They're not going to be able to bring their entire team back, because
No.
they're going to lose
No.
one player at least to the Kraken. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. But could you imagine, like, Braden Point winning the Conn Smythe and then going to Seattle?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. I think if I had to pick a guy off of both teams, maybe like Brandon Gallagher off of Montreal, and
Well, the thing is
maybe
that Montreal has got a bunch of young players that they're going to want to protect.
Yep.
And Tampa is going to have a bunch of big name players that they want to protect, like Stamkos, Kucherov, Points, like all of them. Where do they draw the line? Because Tampa has also got, I think McDonough and Sergachev,
Edmund.
Yeah. So I mean, they've got all these big name players.
Screw it, Pat Maroon. He's going to Seattle.
He very well might.
Dude, if he does, I'll buy a jersey.
Because I mean,
I don't care.
The thing is that if Montreal is protecting all these younger players and Tampa is protecting all their big name players, I don't think that that they would, but there is a possibility that a Carey Price or a Vasilevsky goes unprotected.
Actually, okay, I see. Off of, not to cut you off of Montreal. Depending on how Seattle wants to go, I could see a guy like Eric Stahl or Brandon Gallagher going.
I could as well. But
It kind of depends on what position they need.
But you're going to tell me that if a Carey Price or Vasilevsky is there, they're not going to take him? I would.
Jake Allen.
Well, I ain't taking him. But I mean, if a Carey Price or an Andre Vasilevsky is there, you better believe me that I'm changing my entire draft plan and taking one of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't think that it would happen, but I'm saying if
Vasilevsky won't be there for sure because they don't have anybody else.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if something was to happen,
Oh,
where
yeah,
they had
yeah.
to protect
I got you.
certain amount, like they wanted to protect their forwards, and they think Vasilevsky isn't going to be as good as he has been here in the next couple of years. I mean, take a chance on him. Take a chance on Carey Price in his older age.
Depending on who,
Worked out well for Vegas.
I can't remember how many they're allowed to protect.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We'll have to talk about that once it gets closer to the expansion.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of big name guys that Tampa Bay could. I mean, here's another name. Well,
and
there's also a rule about if they're free agents too.
Well, and the thing is that once it gets closer to it, teams are going to start releasing lists that they on players that they have protected and things along those lines. So we can kind of go through those. And
by the way, the other day I meant to share this with you. The expansion draft that Vegas did popped up in all my memories, and I remember telling you who I was hoping they would take. I'm sure you remember who off the blue that I was hoping they would take.
Laterra?
Yep.
It didn't happen. Thankfully.
Fuck no, it didn't. Honestly, thankfully they didn't because wasn't Laterra in the trade for Shin?
Sure was.
Once again, the Blues finesse another freaking team
Yeah.
to take them out. But, well, that was hockey, folks, and we are going to get into our top 5.
Yeah.
And today, our top 5 is the greatest sports arenas or stadiums.
Venues other than
Venues
golf.
other than golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really golf. That's
pretty much
right?
it. I mean, we could have included cricket stadiums. I don't think that either one of us did.
Yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't include like NASCAR
I didn't either.
speedways either, and I would have included Churchill Downs like we talked about, but I didn't really consider that. I considered that part of like racing too. So
Yeah.
but so I have 5 honorable mentions. I don't know how many you have.
5.
Okay, so honestly, I mean, this isn't really top 10. We're doing top 5. Like my honorable mentions, I didn't put in order.
I didn't put them in an order either.
But first honorable mention for me, Madison Square Garden.
That's an honorable mention.
Yes, honorable mention. Do you want to know
All
why?
right.
Do you want to know why?
Because you don't like either team that plays there.
Exactly.
My first honorable mention is the Santiago Bernabeu.
Okay.
It's where Real Madrid plays.
Yep. I know.
The
You're
Bernabeu.
good.
I'm explaining. Some people might not know.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe you didn't think I knew, and I was like, I know that.
I knew. Yeah, I know you know.
I know
The
soccer,
Bernabeu.
man.
It's where Real Madrid plays.
My next one, Wimbledon.
Okay.
It's an honorable mention, man. I mean, that is a huge big place.
My next honorable mention is Notre Dame Stadium.
Like the university.
The university.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Fighting Irish.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I didn't put in my honorable mention or my top 5, but yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's for me, it's like I like more of just the campus, not necessarily the football stadium.
It's just a class. It's just.
I mean, yeah, no,
it's
I
a
agree with
historic
you.
place. Rudy played there.
I knew exactly where you were going.
It's where Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend watched him play.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know.
Okay, on that note, I'm going next. Okay, Old Trafford. Honorable mention. If anybody does not know, Old Trafford's where Manchester United plays.
Yes.
Soccer. Or football.
My next honorable mention is the Superdome in New Orleans.
It's a good honorable mention.
New Orleans.
That's a great one, actually. I didn't even think about that one. So I'm glad you remembered that, because
It's a very lively place.
I mean, I've never been there, so
I haven't either, but I'm assuming.
yeah. Dude, sometimes we need to go down. Completely off topic. We need to go to Louisiana so we can get some Cajun.
Okay.
Some
not what I thought you were
real,
gonna say.
some real Louisiana Cajun,
Okay.
and so we can go down, a lot of different places. So
yeah. We'll just go through the swamps and go alligator hunting. That's what we're talking about.
dude, hell yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, us alligator hunting
Yeah.
sounds like a very dangerous time.
No,
but
it sounds fun. Sounds fun. Let's do it. We're booking the trip.
Yep, Paige is already booked. Just kidding. Number 7, or not number 7, but
Yeah, that's honorable
I
mention.
have a list of number 7 just because
Next honorable mention.
yeah. Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never been there, but it is one place, not because I necessarily like the Packers. It's the history.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Lambeau.
Brett
And-
Favre played there.
Well, just go with me here. You completely threw me off topic now. Yes, he
my
played
next
there.
my next one is the Staples Center.
Interesting.
Kobe, Shaq,
Well, no, I
not LeBron. I couldn't care less if he played there or not.
Anthony Davis.
I couldn't care less if he played there or not
It
either.
was a joke. I mean,
But-
that's an interesting one as an honorable mention for me though. I don't personally. I don't have that.
I have it there. I mean, Kobe, Shaq. I mean,
Well,
there's a
yeah,
lot of finals
yeah.
that were played there. I mean, even back whenever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but you could also.
the infamous Allen Iverson step over of Tyronn Lue
That
was
is
there.
true. That is true.
So, Yeah.
I mean, I give
A lot
it
of
to
big
you.
moments there.
I give it to you. That's a good one. So next for me is, oh shit, dude! I just realized I had Lambeau Field in my top 5 twice.
It's okay.
Okay, so let's do this, and I'll get you a number 5.
Okay.
What it's gonna be right now, don't really know. But my next one is Cameron Indoor Stadium. Mainly for history and the fact that it has not gone through renovations yet. Probably ever.
If it does.
Okay.
I imagine that it will.
I imagine that at some point they will add another layer to it. I imagine.
Yeah.
But I will say, obviously, I've not been to a game there, but watching on TV, it's electric.
For sure.
But second, I have actually been there, and people really do not believe me when I say it is it is no bigger than
It's like a YMCA gym.
Yeah. Well, okay,
It's a little bigger than
little
that,
bigger
but
than that. But I'm trying to describe it for people who don't live in our town.
yeah.
If you just look at, honestly, a community college gym, it's kind of like that, but
That's
maybe
a good explanation.
maybe a little bigger. I mean, it's,
here you go. A good if a top high school in the country, if they play at their own high school,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
It's
picture LeBron James's high school team when they played at their own high school.
Yeah.
And
It's definitely not as big as what people think it is.
No, it's really small compared to.
And for people who do live in our town, I compare it to QU. To be absolutely honest, it might be honestly the same, maybe a little bit more seats. Once they actually get all the chairs and stuff on the floor, but it's not big at all.
Yeah.
And it kind of
I'd say it's a very good comparison.
yeah. So that was mine. I got to think about one I can add to my top 5 now.
So
I
my
screwed up.
last honorable mention that I have is the Estadio Azteca, which, for those that don't know, is the home of the Mexican national soccer team. And, I mean, I have it on there just plain because of the rivalry between the U.S. and Mexico in soccer, and it's, the Dos Acero. It's where Dos Acero, it's where it happened. So,
because I had to add one to my top 5, and I already talked about it.
yeah.
My number 5, Churchill Downs.
There you go.
See, look at that.
It works.
It works. So why? Obviously, Kentucky Derby, huge. History for sure. Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
That's my number 5.
Okay. I'll go ahead and go with my number 5, Old Trafford.
Well, and that's kind of funny that I don't even put it in my top 5, and I'm a Manchester United fan.
See,
and then you put it in your top 5 and you're not. Which it's a very well known. But
I'll be
I
honest.
I think you'll understand why I put it in my honorable mention when I get there.
I'll be honest. Out of the 10 that I have in here, 5 of them are soccer stadiums.
I assume. There's a reason for that though. Soccer stadiums are freaking.
Oh, they're lit.
They're badass.
They're lit.
Hell, I can't wait for St. Louis to have theirs.
Oh, I know.
And even driving by and just looking
Season
at
tickets
it
right
being built.
behind the goal.
Dude, I'm telling you, Paige doesn't know yet, but it's happening.
I know.
So I might have just told her right there, but maybe she's not watching. I don't know.
She might not be.
Number 4, the Joe. I know it's not open anymore,
Joe.
but the Joe. Dude, I wish I could have gone to a game at the Joe before it closed down. But the Joe. It's not open anymore. It's where Detroit Red Wings used to play hockey.
The good Detroit Red Wings.
Yes, the
Chelios,
the hockey town.
Yeah.
Detroit Red Wings.
Chelios,
Not the
Zetterberg.
hockey town.
Yeah.
Detroit Red Wings.
Yes.
So, the Joe, number 4 for me.
Number 4. I'm going to see if you know what this is.
Okay.
Lamade or Lamade Stadium. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I know it's soccer.
Okay.
Is that... Give me the league, at least. Or
well,
not going to give it away.
it's not soccer.
I thought you said it was soccer.
No. I just said okay. I was just going to let you go with whatever you
Oh.
thought it was.
No, I do not know what this is.
I'll give you a hint, but as soon as I give you a hint, you're going to be like, "Oh, all right."
Okay.
I will give you the town that it is in. Or I'll give you the town. It is in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The Little League World Series.
Dude, that's honestly that is actually perfect.
That place is awesome.
That is
It's awesome.
if you are a 10 to 12-year-old kid that loves baseball, or maybe even 9.
It's 9 to 12.
Yeah. But isn't it like 9 if your birthday is
Yeah, it's
okay.
yeah.
So
13 if your birthday, yeah.
yeah, it's like not anywhere from 9 to 13,
Yeah.
basically. I mean,
That's your dream.
and you're a baseball player. That is like your dream.
You want to play there?
And dude, speaking of that, is that coming back this summer with COVID?
I'd imagine.
Man, I hope so. God, it's so much fun to watch.
It's why it's a lot. It's a blast to watch.
Dude, Paige makes fun of me all the time. I'm like, Paige, you don't understand. Like,
Oh, it's fun.
this is amazing to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's like watching the MLB playoffs for little kids.
I mean, plus you get
I
the
mean,
little player
it's just-
profiles. Big Al, he hits dingers. Like,
Oh my God.
that's just what it is. That's the way it is. You get to know the players.
I am 13.
Yeah. You get to know the player's favorite player. You get to know their favorite meal. You get to know like their favorite team.
Oh,
And
dude, like, and
they give their little profiles.
Here's-
It's great.
here's my thing: the fact, like, how much stuff they get, like when they make it there.
Yeah.
Oh my, like they are like celebrities.
Oh yeah.
So hey, that's a great one.
Oh yeah.
That should have been in mine, and I completely forgot about that one.
All right, you're number 3.
Number 3, Estadio Azteca.
Really?
Yeah, that's number 3 for me. Like I that's why when you said honorable mention, I was like, dang man, I had that in my top 5, and it's the same reason why you said is U.S. Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean
Estadio
maybe
Azteca.
maybe not so much like recently. Well,
Yeah.
then again, U.S. did beat Mexico,
I mean, yeah.
but the U.S. men's soccer team. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you're number 3.
MSG. Madison Square Garden.
See,
I put it there strictly because of
history.
which
I can agree
mean,
with.
New York Knicks, the Rangers. I mean, just the
Well,
amount.
I mean, Jordan at MSG, LeBron at MSG, Kobe at MSG,
Melo
like,
at MSG.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of just Madison Square Garden records that are there,
just specifically
So,
for Madison Square Garden.
yeah. So I mean, I agree with that. I mean, that's also the reason why I couldn't put it in my top 5
Yeah.
was because I was like,
Like
okay,
Bad Boy
well,
Knicks played there.
back when the good Knicks played there.
Yeah. I mean,
No offense.
Melo and Sotomayor played there too, but yeah.
Yeah, let's not go there. So number 2,
Yeah.
Rose Bowl.
All right. All right.
Which I mean,
For obvious reasons.
do I really need to explain why?
I mean, you can.
I mean, it's the Rose Bowl. I don't even know how to explain it. It's college football royalty. In all honesty, I mean,
Yeah.
because at one point wasn't that where like national championship was too?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's where Illinois got their butts handed to them by USC. Yeah. Old Juice Williams.
yeah. That was good times, right?
Yeah.
Good times, great times, and wonderful times.
You could say that. All right, my number 2. Camp No, or the new camp for those that also.
Huh?
Barcelona.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet. Yeah.
You're gonna like my number 1 then.
Oh, great. But yeah. So I mean, Barcelona, I mean, Neymar, Messi, Suarez, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, Xavi, Iniesta, Ter Stegen, Claudio Bravo,
and that's why I was like, I can agree with that.
Piqué, Puyol, Alba, Alves.
I still maybe this could be a top 5 sometime. Is like top all-time Barcelona players. I mean, my number 1 is definitely Ronaldinho. In his prime, Ronaldinho. Not even for his scoring. Just everything he could do with a soccer ball.
Did you know that Ronaldinho and Messi played together? For a very short period of time.
I do remember
Messi's first professional goal for Barcelona was assisted by Ronaldinho.
Yeah, I did actually know that. And imagine if,
especially they're both in their prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine that.
No, imagine this: Iniesta, Xavi, Ronaldinho, Messi, Suarez, Neymar.
Yeah.
Good luck to any other team.
Yeah.
Especially with an in-prime Ter Stegen. Yeah. Good luck.
I mean, would you necessarily say Ter Stegen's the best goalie in the world or something? Or
I mean,
definitely better than a certain guy on old Manchester United at this point. So, my were you still talking though? Okay, my number one.
That would be a good. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, write that down. that would be a great one, actually.
I'm gonna write down that one, and I'm gonna write down.
The other one we talked about?
Soccer in general.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be great.
Okay.
I mean, hey, the World Cup will be coming up here in how many more years? So we can talk about the best team probably like 2 more years, right? No.
Go ahead.
About a year or 2. Anyway, so my number 1 is Wembley Stadium.
Is there a reason?
History for Manchester United there. I don't know.
2022, so next year.
Oh, let's go.
In Russia. No, Qatar, sorry.
So we're going, right?
Right, correct.
Yeah,
Qatar?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Qatar? I knew we were going.
Middle East? Yeah. We already have the plane tickets. You didn't know?
Guitar or Qatar?
Qatar.
Oh, Qatar. Okay. That was a joke. But Wembley, history for Manchester United. That's where the FA Cup is, correct?
I mean, it's where England plays.
Well, no,
Their
I know.
national team.
I know, but isn't it also? Is it just the FA Cup or is it Champions League also?
Tottenham plays there, so they have Champions League matches there too.
Okay, but I meant like Champions League final. I can't remember if that was Wembley or if that was.
Well, I think it's be wherever they're. People would yeah.
Yeah, I'm way overthinking this right
Yeah.
now. But anyway, Wembley Stadium. That's my number 1.
What's your number 1? Okay. I think you might be surprised by mine.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
What was your number 2 again?
My number 2 is Camp Nou. New Camp. Barcelona Stadium.
I know that yours was a lot of soccer. I really don't know.
No guesses?
No.
Wembley Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think. I was like, maybe it's Wembley, but
Wembley.
I was like, if you're a Barcelona fan,
Good old Wembley.
I mean,
obviously, yes.
Love that song for
Tottenham. I mean, just all the matches that have been played there. I mean, plus it's stunning.
Well, yeah. I mean,
place is really nice.
I have a feeling later in life when we, actually have money, we're gonna be going to a lot of places.
Oh yes.
Paige, you're invited too. Don't worry. But,
maybe we'll see.
I mean, I feel like if I'm going to a soccer stadium,
I know. I'm kidding.
Being that she played soccer,
I'm kidding.
Probably bring her.
I know.
But the chances of me going to any Manchester United game in England is probably very slim.
You know what though? Barcelona plays here every summer, so
I know. Braden, we've talked about this.
I know. I wanted to go watch them play a Real Madrid Miami, but that was about $5,000 ticket.
Yeah, did we look that up?
I did.
I'm about to say.
It was
Well,
$5,000 in the very top row.
Maybe later in his career, like we talked about this, Messi will come play for St. Louis,
I doubt that.
and we'll be fine.
Yeah,
I highly doubt it
Messi,
too. But
Messi come to America and play in the MLS and score eight goals a game.
hey, it'll be just the same as Ibrahimovic.
He'd probably be better than Ibrahimovic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? But
yeah, it's true.
that was our top 5. That was our podcast for the week, honestly.
Yeah.
So make sure to stay engaged with us. Ring that bell.
Like, subscribe, tell everybody about us. Let them know
Yeah.
that this podcast is the best that there is.
And also, comment about what you would like us to do for the eating challenge that we're going to do next week for the
Yep.
4th of July. But mainly because of, Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
We got to do our own little,
I mean, I've got the
not necessarily hot dogs.
I've
'cause,
got the Nathan hot dogs in the refrigerator if you want us to do hot dogs. But
I mean,
we can open it up. We could do boneless wings. We could do I don't know,
So,
ice cream, French fries, chicken nuggets,
the
tacos.
the real thing is, are we doing like who can eat
We're
the
gonna-
most the fastest, or are we going to just
Absolutely
have,
not.
or are we just going to have like one big thing and see who can finish it?
We're gonna here's my thought process. I don't want to do like what they do for Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
dude,
and
I will-
like give us a time limit of like 15 minutes and eat as much as we can. I'm saying
No, I
we
will.
do,
That
like,
will not.
we do-
My stomach will explode.
We'll do like a big portion of something, like
Yeah,
big,
I'm
like
okay with
big, like big, and then give us like maybe like 50-minute, like, you know what I'm talking about, like a bigger chunk of time
Yeah.
to where we don't feel like we have to like shove food down our throat, choke to death live on the air,
Well, okay.
or throw up.
Let's just be honest here. In order for a certain one of us to be ready for this, there's gonna have to be like a lot of eating this week.
Yeah,
To get like the stomach ready.
yeah. I've already practiced.
I have not, but that's.
I mean, I've had I had 5 hot dogs for lunch today.
So here's the real question: are we counting use of antacids as?
No performance enhancing drugs.
That's not okay.
You cannot say that's not performance
That's
enhancing.
Well, I can definitely tell you, like, after we do this,
Afterwards, I don't care. After that timer goes
Hey,
off, you can
those
drink
Tums-
all the Pepto-Bismol. You can drink all the antacids.
Dude, just Tums.
That
Tums
works
is gonna be
too.
going down.
Yeah, I've got some here.
That's fine. That's
You're
gonna be
fine.
going down.
That's fine.
I can tell you, when I tried doing that whole like food challenge thing at a restaurant in town, did not do good for Greg when he got home.
I bet not.
I was laying on the bathroom floor, like wanting to just
Yeah.
drown out my sorrows of trying to even do that.
Yeah.
But like we said, stay engaged. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know about the possible food you want us to do. And we will see you guys next time.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends about us.
See you guys.
See
Thanks.
ya.